So first of all, students, we will have to open our web browser. If you are using a Chrome, so you can open it, but I am using Firefox, so I will open it now. And now we will go to the WordPress.org. See, there are two websites. WordPress.com. If you wanted to uh, publish your free blog with the WordPress itself, so you have to go to the WordPress.com. But if you want to get a WordPress framework for yourself, for your website, for your local host, then you have to go to the WordPress.org. Then here you can see the download extension, get WordPress. So first of all, you just simply go click on this, get WordPress. All right, this is the latest version. This is 6.2.2, right? This is the official website of WordPress, which is providing a framework to develop your website. So we'll go to, if you want an installation guide, so you can just simply click on this. But if you want to download the file, so you just have to click this. Let the website be upload. Let the website be loaded properly. All right, this is the thing. Now it's started. We'll go to the installation guide. Let's see, this is the developer resources. If you are developing any website, so that means these resources are for you only. If you have any query, so you can check out your any information about that. All right, so we'll go to this. This is our downloaded file. What we will do is we will just extract it. We will just extract it. It's getting extracted. See, WordPress, in the meantime, it's get extracted. Let me tell you one thing. WordPress is basically very much flexible framework, and you can develop or design any website or any application in this. All right, so it's now. All right, so this is our folder, WordPress. This is the admin panel. It's a content where we upload the theme. This is for the plugins, include WordPress. See, if you go, so these are the assets, each and everything about every file, right? We have to go to the configure sample. Now, please make sure this is very much important. Okay, this is basically the in the PHP, it's a configuration file which connects your domain, which connects your particular files with your hosting, and you have to connect your database if you are using a database, right? Because in PHP it's compulsory. In WordPress you have to configure your database properly. This is here you have to type the database name. Here you have to type the database username. Here you will type the password which is set for the username of database. This is the host. Host means website. If you are using like any of the server, if you are using a local host, or if you are using any website, suppose I am showing you this tutorial on my local host, that means on my laptop only, because no one else can visit that particular website, so it will be private myself. So for that, what we have to do is we have to go to the again and here we will type Xamp. Okay, Xamp, or you can say any PHP server. You can use it, but I am using a Xamp. I have already downloaded it. This is the Xamp XAMPP. Okay, you have to click on this and you have to click on this. This is the section. If you are using a Linux, if you have a Linux laptop, so you can click on this. But if as I am using the Windows, Microsoft Windows laptop, so I have already downloaded. So after configure, just open your Xamp control panel. This will be automated. Okay, now this is the Xamp server. That means a local host PHP support. I will click on this start. The Apache server will get it start and it will get me a port number. Port number means a URL on which my website will be accessible. And MySQL is basically for the database. That means in which I will create a database, and after that the tables will be created in that. So it's, if you are able to see the green, that means your server is on. Okay, if it's red or yellow, so it means you might have some problems. If you face any problems, so you can just write it down to me. I will let you know. All right, so yeah, this is our file. Okay, first of all, just go down and here you can see the API key. API WordPress secret key salt. Okay, this is the main salt key. It works as an API key. These are our API key which we will change with the real API. That means if we go to this link, just copy from HTTPS till salt. That's all. Okay, open your web browser, just paste it and fine. This is actually the API key, authentication key, secure authentication key, logged in key. So these are the keys which we have to just copy, all right, and replace it with this. Nothing else to be done. Now save it. All right, we have successfully connected our files with the API to make any changes, to use any authentication, uh, to allow our website to be more flexible. Now what we have to do is we have to create a database and the username and the password. If okay, understand, if you are using any domain hosting, right? So these services will be available in your hosting panel. If you are using GoDaddy, BigRock or something like that, right? So you can just log into the control panel and here you can create the database and all. Fine. And here in the local host, what you have to do is you have to type the this one, the port is like the ping IP address of this, of that particular website, or you can leave it as a local host, right? But if you are using, as I am developing this website in the local host, that means on my laptop, so I am using a local host and I will do that accordingly. Please make sure this is basically, you just have to understand this file is very much important. All right, we will open it now. As we have already configured this Xamp server, now what we have to do is just type localhost. If this dashboard is visible, That means our server is on. Let me show you. If I close it, if I stop it, and if I click it, localhost, nothing will happen. My site will not run. No, nothing will be visible on the screen. See, it's unable to connect because my PHP server is not running. Alright, now I started it. So, which means this is my website, localhost website. This is my domain name. Alright, now we have to remove it and we have to go to the PHP my admin. That's all. Localhost forward slash PHP my admin. This is our database admin panel where we will create a database. Visit on this one, the database is, and here I will type let's say demo db. Fine, demo db. I have not created any username, I have not created any password for that. So by default, first of all, I will type the database name here, which is replace it with demo db. Username will be root. Please note, you don't have to do anything, just root is your default db username and the password is blank. No password is set for that, for our local host. Fine. Now we go down. This is, can you see this table prefix? Table prefix means when we will install, so this will be the prefix. That means this is how you can identify the tables connected with the WordPress. Fine, you can change the names. That is totally depends on you. You can set anything. You can set let's say demo WP or anything, but I will suggest you to please set this only WordPress. Fine. All right, so our website is about to connect because we have already mentioned all the things properly. Now what we will do is we will just close it, go to this. All right, now we have to copy that folder WordPress and we have to go to the servers install location, and here we can find, okay, fine, in Xamp server, when you install the Xamp server, htdocs is your file, is your folder where you, it's like a public underscore html, public files. That means whatever it's upload, whatever it's available here in this folder, it will be automatic available to see on the local host. You can directly access it. Fine, here we have to, it's like a public FTP, the root of our website. See, it's getting copied. Okay, or if you are using a server, the live server, so you can just install it on. You have to zip it and then. All right, so this is our WordPress. Okay, now what we will do is either you can change the name if you want, or if you don't want, so you can just leave it as that. So now what I will do is I will open the Firefox the web browser. Just open the web browser and type localhost forward slash and the file name. File name is WordPress. Alright, now let's see. This is connecting. Yes, exactly. If this window comes, that means you are perfectly connected with the database. Now your installation of WordPress is on the go. You can set your any language, any if you want to change the language according to your region or according to your compatibility, you can change it, but I am using English United States. Hindi is also here. Continue. Now the welcome to the WordPress. Before getting started, you will need to know the following items. Database name we have already set. Database username we have set. Database password is totally blank. And database host is our local host, and the table prefix is already been set by default. Now we will go to the let's go. Now here we have to mention all the required which we have created in the configuration file. Okay, the demo db is our database name, so demo db. Username is root, password is no, fine, everything else is fine. Now we will click on the submit. Alright, you made it through this part of the installation. WordPress can now communicate with your database. That means it's already been connected with your WordPress database. If I go to the PHP just to look whether my all the tables are connected or not, then we have to just refresh. Click on this. Not yet. Fine, because this is our another option which we have to complete after that only. Site title will be let's say, okay, here you have to understand what uh, if you are making a personal website, so you can write down your name as a site title. But if you are making any brand or company or something like that, or any e-commerce, right? So what we have to do is we have to set a name accordingly. As I am creating let's say what let's say we are developing a website for blogs. Okay, so what we have to do is blog, okay, leave it, blogs are very much normal these days, right? So let's go for the e-commerce, right? Or what we can choose is the personal. Fine, the personal or a brand company name. Okay, now let's say we are XYZ company. Okay, so the demo will be the name. Username will be admin, or you can say you can save accordingly. Fine, I will set it the username this password, weak password, confirm. But if you are using WordPress for yourself, or so you can set any other name, admin, or some any other strong password. You will need this password to log in. Please note. Okay, log into the admin panel. Here you can type your email address. Okay, so I will type my info@navneetsoni.in. This is my official email address. Okay, so now I will go to the install WordPress. Don't update. Fine. See, It's taking time, that means it's creating tables. Now just go to the PHP admin and refresh it. Can you see 12 tables are being created? That means all the data is being created. User, user meta. If you go to the user, so here you can see admin. This is our email which we have configured admin login. Password is encrypted. No one can access your password even from the database. Alright, so we will go to the login. Admin and 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Alright, so this is our dashboard of the WordPress. Now let's see how our website looks from the front. So go to the web browser, localhost, WordPress, or you can simply, here you can see the hut, the home. You can just put your cursor over it and the visit website will be available. Just right click or click on this. This is your website. All right, guys. So today this was the module 2 to make you understand how you can simply install your WordPress website, right? And after this module, I will suggest you, before going to the another module, you guys please do upload or do try this practical. So in the next module, what we will learn is, we will learn how to modify, how to choose a particular theme for our website, and what all the modifications we can do. All right, thank you for being with me. Take care.